So I'm in Playa Blanca and Lanzarote. I have never... Look at that one, look at that water and then fish there. That is absolutely stunning. I've never been to Fuerteventura, so I'm going to see how easy it is to get there. On that thing, don't know how much it is, don't know how long it takes. I'm going to find out. Let's do it. Let's start the day correctly. Right, well that was quite easy actually. So the sailing across is 35 minutes, coming back is 25 minutes. So it's 10 minutes quicker coming back. I suppose that's due to the tide or something. I don't know. But it was €40 return, which to go to another island, I think that's a pretty good price. I mean, you pay that for a taxi into town and back, wouldn't you? You know, so yeah, €40 is quite good. Unfortunately, I'm not getting on this big one, because that was a little bit more expensive. I'm getting on the little one. Don't know what the little one's like, but I'm sure we'll find it. It's got to be over here somewhere. And there's Playa Blanca. Where we're staying, Papagayo, I find is a lot nicer. Playa Blanca is your usual English tourist sort of spot. We went out the other night for a night out there. Honestly, didn't think much of it. It's just your typical Spanish abroad thing, but where Papagayo is next level, it's really, really nice and that's stunning. So, but if this is our boat coming in, I don't think it is. No. Apparently, it should be here now, picking us up, and there's nothing there. Ferry, Fuerteventura. But it's a beautiful day. I've had my breakfast, I've had my scran, ready to get over there and try a few beers out. And there's our boat. That's what I'll be getting on. Apparently that's a little one, and that's the big one over there. So this is its little brother. Interested to know what that building is on the end of that island, because it's that island, I don't know what it's called, I'm going to find out. It's totally uninhabited by the looks of it. And then there's that little building there on the end. I don't know if you can make it out on camera, but I'll try zooming in. I want to know what that is. I mean, if you belt it, we'll find out. I think we're nearly there now. So that's where we are, just like that. We're in Fuerteventura. So when I was in Papagayo, the prices of beer around the marina were like between €3.50 and €4. In Playa Blanca itself, it was more like €2, €2.50, and one bar I saw was actually €1.50, which is quite cheap. So I suspect right where we are in the port now, because we're in the port, I'd expect about €4 a beer. But I'm going to try and see how cheap we can find in the back streets, if we can find a nice cheap beer in a proper little Spanish quaint little bar, sit in the sunshine, have a beer, see how much it is. I suspect more than likely about €2.50, but I'm going to find out. Hello, welcome to Fuerteventura. Right, well, so off the boat, walking away from the port. What time is it? What time is it? 1 o'clock. You know what time that is, don't you? Beer o'clock. Let's find ourselves a little bar. it might have been a bit thingy. This, I've got the local beer, Pils, and it's €6. But I suppose we're in the port, and I wanted to try it because it's obviously a locally brewed beer. It is a Pilsner, and it is really nice. 7.5, I reckon. And they give us like olives and a bit of popcorn as well, so you know, you get a little snack. So €6 isn't too bad, I suppose. Hello. Oh, he's a little one. Oh, there's another one. Hello. Hello, gorgeous. Hello, gorgeous. And some doggies walking down to the beach. Beautiful green blue water. I absolutely love that. White sand. Lovely place. Now we're talking. 161. Oh, hang on. Ah, so it's 150 plus 11 cents tax for a large beer. Try that. So, again, the 150 beer or 161 with tax. Right. Tropical again. Not the best pint, but not the worst. Let's give it a go. That's nice, but it's not in a glass at the freezer like the last one was the other day, so I'll give that 6.5, I think, but the view makes it all worthwhile. Check the colour of that water, wow. So yeah, still got a nice view. Tell you what's weird, right? I went in there and it was £1.50 for a beer. We also ordered a small water. The water's £1.90. It's cheaper to drink beer than it is water. It's my kind of place. Hey. But looks like there's quite a few bars on this front that do beers for £1.50. Which is bloody good. Can't beat a £1.50 beer, can you? Especially with those views. I think I'm going to head up to the centre bit and find that very Spanishy looking bar. Get a beer in there now. You got all this little shopping area here, just off the seafront, and I spotted this little Spanish bar here. And this looks like a pretty authentic place where locals would go and everything, so I'll go and give this a go. This looks like my cup of tea. Forgot to film the food. There's the aftermath. Scallops and prawns. Got too excited and ate it all too quick. Little tiny scallop. So I've got a Dorada red ale now, which I've never seen before. You know, I thought red ale was more or less an Irish thing, but oh, that is stunning. Absolutely beautiful. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Superb. So I just had the food there, and the same beer, Tropical, which was £1.50 up the road, was £3.50 there. Didn't opt for that anyway. I went for a red ale, which was €6 a pint. So the closer you get to the port, the more expensive it gets. But when you think about it, in the end, I mean, we had 4 tapas plates. We had scallops, prawns, a salad, and some feta cheese sort of sticks, things, which were really nice. And the total bill came to like €35, so it's not too bad, just over 30 quid. So, and if we'd have gone for the cheaper pints, obviously that would have been a £5 cheaper. But yeah, be careful when you get near the port. It's a little bit more expensive, but I suppose you've got to expect that. It's bloody nice though. idea who that is. Looks like she's tried to staple together a couple of fish. Closed down bars though. I think I got to end at town. When everything's sort of closed. What's it opens later, I don't know, but it's all sort of building sitey. So I think I better walk that way, back towards the front. I think it might be coffee time before getting the walk back. Another statue. Awesome. Some more statues, I should say. It's like kids are having fun diving off into there. She's a big one. Will be massive. Like feed her, would you? And just like that, it's time to get back on the boat for another little boat journey back into Playa Blanca. Don't think I'm going to bother going into Playa Blanca. I think I'll just get a taxi straight back to apartments and go out. And I'm going to find myself a big fat steak and some live music.
The English gone halfway. I understand.
Goodbye, Fuerteventura. Back to Playa Blanca. So that was Fuerteventura. That's what the bloody boat's like going over there. Would I do it again? Probably not. Why? Because it's like you're going from one place to another place what's very similar. There's not much difference between it. You're going from one sort of Spanish tourist place with bars and restaurants on a seafront to another Spanish tourist place with bars and restaurants on a seafront. So there's not much difference. What I would do is I'd get the ferry over to Los Lobos, which is the uninhabited island, and that you can climb the volcano, you can go snorkeling. You know, they've got it all included in a trip for €27, which is absolute bargain if you ask me. You get a drink in that, you get your snorkel included, you can climb the volcano, you go around the national park, you go to the lighthouse. It's all different stuff than what you're already doing when you're over here in Playa Blanca, you know. So beer and food prices quite average unless you're in the port. Once you're in the port, I got a local beer in the port, as you saw. It was €6. €6. An imported beer in the port where I went was €10. So €10 for a beer. It's like £9. It's ridiculous. I walked 5 minutes up the seafront and it was £1.50 for a local beer. Well, €1.50, so like £1.30 really. You know, so that was... The difference is incredible, but the food was good, the place was good. It's somewhat of a different day, but all it felt like I'd done, I mean, we got the 12:15 boat over and we got the 7 o'clock boat back, and all it felt like I was doing was walking to bars and restaurants and waiting to travel back. You know, it's because I think if I ever did do it again, I'd probably book a hotel over there and spend there overnight, so you've got somewhere to stay, you can go and dip in the pool if you want, you can get changed, you can do what you want. It just sort of felt like I was sitting around eating and drinking until I went back. Maybe that's just me, maybe I'm a miserable git.
Well, you're terrifically old. But don't worry, not long now till you're at peace.
But yeah, I think next time I come, I'm 100% going to do the Los Lobos Island, because that's more of my thing. A bit of nature, climb a volcano, do a bit of snorkeling, go and see a lighthouse, you know, do all that sort of stuff. That sounds more like something you do rather than just bars and restaurants, which is basically what you do on holiday anyway, innit? And you know, the swimming pool and the sea. So yeah, that's about it really. You know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to get a taxi. I'm not going to bother with Playa Blanca because I'm not. This bit of Playa Blanca here, We went into it the other night. It's not all that for me, but the way we're staying in Papagayo is absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to get myself back to them. I'm just going to get a taxi straight back to the hotel, get myself out, get myself some nice food. Like I said before, I'm going to get myself a nice fat steak tonight, and it's going to be a good one because tomorrow night is our last night. So when we got back, we got changed, headed into the marina and went to this absolutely stunning French restaurant. The food, wow. The place itself was pretty amazing, but the food, I have to say, it's probably the nicest steak I've ever had in my life, and I've had a lot of steak. Blue cheese sauce wasn't on the menu, but they even made it for me fresh, which was amazing, because it's what I wanted. And that's what we did. Diane had the lamb, and we had a few drinks and watched some live music.
I'll give you television, I'll give you eyes of blue, I'll give you a man who wants to rule the world. You gave me nothing, now it's all I've got. We won, but we know the same, when we met each other, then we do it again.
Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you haven't. See you in the next one. Peace.